Imagine a world where technology reigns supreme, satellites orbiting high above, mapping every corner of our planet. We humans like to think we've conquered Earth, that nothing escapes our watchful eyes. But here's the startling truth. Most of Earth remains utterly unreachable, hidden realms where no human could survive even for a moment. We're not talking about unexplored wilderness. We're talking places physically impossible for us to endure, crushed by unimaginable pressure, scorched by blistering temperatures, poisoned by toxic chemistry, or isolated in frozen time capsules. Yet in these forbidden zones, life doesn't just survive, it thrives. If humans can't last a second there, how does life pull it off? Buckle up, because we're diving into the ocean's abyss, venturing into sunless underground worlds and uncovering life frozen in time beneath ancient ice. We'll meet creatures that shatter the rules of biology, and by the end, you'll see Earth and the universe in a whole new light. For centuries, humans gazed at the ocean and assumed life faded away in its depths. Ancient sailors whispered of monsters below, but by the 19th century, scientists declared an azoic zone, a lifeless void beyond the shallows where sunlight couldn't reach. That all changed with the HMS Challenger expedition from 1872 to 1876, which dredged up bizarre creatures from miles deep, proving life persisted where we thought it impossible. Fast forward to the Mariana Trench, the deepest scar on Earth's surface, plunging nearly 11 kilometers. That's about 36,000 feet deeper than Mount Everest is tall. The pressure down there is insane, over 1,000 times what we feel at sea level. Picture stacking 8 Empire State Buildings on your thumbnail. That's the crush. A human body would implode in seconds, our fragile frames no match for the weight of an entire ocean pressing down. We've barely touched it. In 1960, the Trias submersible carried 2 brave souls to the bottom for a fleeting glimpse, but they couldn't linger. Then, in 2012, filmmaker James Cameron made a solo dive in his deep-sea Challenger, spending hours in isolation. Today, robotic explorers like ROVs give us crystal clear views without the risk. And what do they find? Life everywhere. Ghostly snailfish with translucent bodies glide through the dark, amphipods scuttle like alien insects, and microbial mats feast on methane seeping from the seafloor. These survivors have evolved genius adaptations, soft, jelly-like bodies that bend under pressure, no air pockets to collapse, and proteins engineered to function under extreme stress. It's mind-blowing. If life can hack it here, what other secrets are lurking in places we haven't even probed yet? Deep in the ocean, sunlight vanishes around 1,000 meters down, plunging everything into eternal midnight. In this pitch-black world, eyes are useless. Evolution had to reinvent the wheel for survival, communication, and hunting without a single ray of light. Enter bioluminescence, nature's own light show. It's a chemical reaction where enzymes mix with oxygen to produce a cold, glowing light. No heat wasted. Astonishingly, this trick evolved independently dozens of times across species, proving life's ingenuity. Picture the anglerfish dangling a luminous lure like a fishing rod to ambush prey in the void, or the vampire squid flashing blinding lights as a defensive smokescreen to confuse attackers. Some jellyfish even use rhythmic patterns of glow for mating, turning the abyss into a silent disco. This isn't just pretty, it's a language of light, efficient and essential. Scientists are hooked. Bioluminescence inspires medical imaging tools and deep-sea sensors. But if life can create its own light without the sun, does that mean the sun isn't the ultimate life giver we thought it was? In 1977, a team of scientists aboard the Alvin submersible descended to the Galapagos Rift, expecting barren seafloor. What they found shattered biology textbooks, a thriving ecosystem powered not by sunlight, but by the Earth's fiery core. Biologists were stunned. This was life untethered from photosynthesis, rewriting the rules. These hydrothermal vents spew superheated water up to 400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead, laced with toxic chemicals like hydrogen sulfide. A human exposed? Instant death from scalding, poisoning, or crushing pressure. At the heart of it all is chemosynthesis. Bacteria harness sulfur compounds from the vents, converting them into energy through chemical reactions. No light needed. It's like photosynthesis, but with chemistry as the fuel, sulfur to energy, building a food chain from the bottom up. Towering tube worms, up to 8 feet tall, host these bacteria in symbiotic bliss. No mouths or guts required. Blind shrimp swarm the warmth, their eyes replaced by heat sensors, while vent crabs scavenge the chaos. This discovery didn't just amaze, it redefined habitable, fueling astrobiology and the search for life on other worlds. We once thought the underground was sterile rock, but deep drilling projects in the 1980s and 1990s revealed something wild: biological signals miles below the surface. Welcome to the deep biosphere, extending up to 5 kilometers beneath continents and oceans. Here, microbes live inside solid rock pores, reproducing so slowly that generations span thousands of years. Time stretches into eternity. Evidence piles up. Carbon dating shows ancient origins, genetics reveal species unique to the depths, and they're completely independent from surface life, feeding on minerals and radioactive decay. Here's the shocker. The biomass down there might equal or exceed all life on Earth's surface. Our planet could be more alive underground than above, a hidden majority we never knew existed. Antarctica's ice sheet is a colossal barrier, up to 4 kilometers thick, exerting bone-crushing pressure and sealing off secrets for millions of years. Beneath it lie subglacial lakes like Vostok, isolated for 400,000 to a million years, untouched by the outside world. Drilling into them is a high-stakes game. Scientists use ultra-sterile techniques to avoid contamination, probing with care. What they found? Microbial life signatures, chemical traces of metabolism, tiny survivors in a frozen tomb. This mirrors alien worlds. Jupiter's moon Europa and Saturn's Enceladus have similar icy oceans. NASA eyes Antarctica as a testing ground, practicing for the day we drill into extraterrestrial ice. Extremophiles are life's rebels, thriving where humans would perish, in acids that dissolve metal, radiation that fries cells, or temperatures from boiling to sub-zero. Acid-loving bacteria bubble in volcanic pools with pH levels near zero. Radiation-resistant Deinococcus radiodurans shrugs off doses 1,000 times lethal to us. Others endure 120-degree heat or negative 50-degree cold. Then there's the tardigrade or water bear, microscopic tanks entering cryptobiosis, a suspended state where they can survive dehydration, vacuum, and even space exposure in experiments. If Earth faced a cosmic reset, asteroid, supervolcano, who'd endure? These tough cookies, reminding us life laughs at our limits. Some places are unreachable not by nature's wrath, but by human decree. North Sentinel Island, home to an uncontacted tribe, is off limits by law to protect them and us from disease and conflict. High-security biological containment labs house deadly pathogens, accessible only to suited experts. Nuclear waste repositories, buried deep, are engineered to isolate toxins for millennia, outlasting civilizations. These zones matter because they show humans recognizing our own boundaries, places we designed to stay forbidden, preserving the fragile balance. Life on Earth flourishes without sunlight, oxygen, or warmth, shattering old ideas of what's needed to survive. This redefines habitable zones, no longer just Goldilocks orbits around stars, but anywhere with liquid water and energy sources. Prime targets? Mars's subsurface aquifers, Europa's hidden oceans, Titan's methane lakes, worlds once dismissed, now brimming with potential. The big idea? Life might be common across the cosmos, sprouting in the harshest spots. But intelligence like ours, that could be the rare spark in the dark. We humans are just recent guests on this ancient planet, arriving late to a party that's been raging for billions of years. Life is far more adaptable than we ever imagined, turning unreachable hells into homes. Unreachable doesn't mean uninhabited. It means we're not the center of the story. The universe was alive long before us, and it may remain alive in ways we can't fathom long after we're gone. If this journey blew your mind, hit like, subscribe for more deep dives, and drop a comment. What's the wildest place on Earth you'd explore if you could? See you in the unknown.